It's officially Flipmas, and this year I'm flipping my way to Christmas. Starting December 1st, I'll be dropping 12 furniture flip makeovers every other day, all the way through Christmas Eve. We're talking curbside finds, Facebook Marketplace rescues, and a whole lot of paint magic. And if we're good enough, hopefully Santa will come leave us some supplies under the tree for us to use throughout the process. Each flip has its own story. Some are total disasters, and some are dream pieces. But every single one is getting saved from the landfill and turning into something worth showing off under the tree. If you love a good before and after, satisfying sanding shots, and that fresh paint reveal, this series is for you. So grab your cocoa, turn up the Christmas playlist, and follow along for the 12 days of Furniture Flipmas, because this holiday season, we're making old furniture merry and bright again. Welcome to Flipmas. Let's get to work. This first piece here I got for only $20. Score. I was thinking about painting it black or navy or even green because green's selling really well right now. But then somebody commented on my TikTok that she got the exact same dresser, she cleaned it up, put modern hardware on it, and sold it for a really good profit. So that's what we're going to do today. And I think it's going to show that we can do minimal work on something and still turn a profit. So let's see what we can do. I've had this piece for a few weeks now, but wasn't sure the best way to refinish it. I'm sure some of you have seen my State of the Garage videos where I walk through my shop and show you what's going on. A lovely follower pointed out that she refinished the exact same piece and had really good luck with it with just a simple knob refresh. I love that idea, but want to take it one step further to really make it shine. So let's remove these old knobs, give it a clean, and lightly hand sand it down. As I'm working on it, I take inventory of damage. This piece is in really great shape cosmetically and has really nice natural wood grain. But one problem, almost every drawer slide is broken. My motto is a dresser isn't worth the flip unless the drawers work. We'll have to order some supplies so that by the time the flip is done, we'll have what we need to do the repairs. Although the dresser's in great shape, I have pretty high standards for how flawless the tops are. It's the main focus, and if it has a lot of dents and discoloration, it just won't sell for much. I decided to take the extra step and sand it all the way down to get it smooth again. It's always a bit of a risk sanding down the top and not the rest of the piece, but I've gotten pretty good at color matching, and now I can tell you how to do it too. For this one, I'm going in with my trusty water-based dark walnut stain. Everyone is requesting this lately, and it already matches really well with the original color. Another bonus is that since it's water-based, I can apply it with a damp sponge and not get gassed out by super strong odors. It's a win-win, I'd say. Let's see how many coats I need until it blends in with this dark finish. I'm thinking 3 should do the trick. My secret to a fast flip is to work while stuff is drying. So right now, our top stain is drying, and I'm going to go in with a super soft foam pad and lightly sand down the body. Now here's where my color correction hack comes in. We used the dark walnut stain on the top, so now we're going to gently brush this dark walnut stain over the rest of the body. Not only will this help blend the top and the body together into one coherent tone, but it will also cover any small blemishes that's on the body. This is one of my favorite hacks, and it saves me so much time. A lot of older pieces have orange or red undertones, but applying the light walnut stain over top cools the wood color so it turns out super modern and sells incredibly fast. So minimal time, but high profit return. Using this large fluffy deck brush is the best way to apply it. You'd have a hard time wiping on the stain to such a slippery surface, but the brush works great. The brush also gives you some texture that is similar to wood grain because wood isn't just a flat color. It's a lot of varying tones all strung together. While that's drying, let's give the top one more coat. In total, it did need all 3 coats to get it as dark as the rest of the dresser. Before I put these drawers back in, this thing needs a vacuum. There are way too many dust bunnies living in here. Another way to blend the dresser together and give it one polished look is with matte top coat. Matte is very trendy right now. And again, I think it helps bring a different tone to what used to be old, glossy furniture into something modern that we want in our homes today. For the skinny front pieces, I like to turn down the air and change the fan shape to a small circle. It helps prevent overspray and gives you tight control. Once the first coat is dry, let's get the drawers back in and spray her down. While we wait for the Amazon truck to come with my new drawer slides, let's condition the insides of these drawers. This is a full service spa after all, and no one leaves without moisturizer. Next up, new hardware pulls. The first few drawers went together smoothly, but then disaster struck. The next drawer in line didn't fit this hardware. My 2 brain cells couldn't recognize that the top few drawers had smaller hole distance measurement than the bottom drawers. So here I am, crashing out on camera, trying to figure out why my hardware is too small for this drawer. One meltdown later, I realized my mistake. But it's too late to turn around now, and since this hardware is actually quite forgiving since it extends out on either side, I decided to drill a new hole a little bit closer together so I can salvage what I already bought. No biggie, it all worked out in the end, but it did take me a while to calm down after this debacle. Let's get another close-up for the folks in the back. Luckily, it was just the bottom 2 drawers that needed this alteration. Here are the drawer side clips. The footage of applying them must have run away on me, so unfortunately, this is all I have. These clips keep the drawers snug on the slide part and keeps them from falling out. A recap of where we started. Pretty good, but not great. And this is where we finished. It's funny how such small changes can make a big difference. Cooling the wood tone and adding new poles is all it took to turn it from outdated to vintage and cozy. And what you're all waiting for? A summary of the numbers. I paid only $20 for this one, used about $40 in materials, including the hardware, and sold it for $360. The success of this flip is how easy and quick it was. Not every piece needs to be a huge overhaul. Sometimes we just need a little tune-up. Thanks for watching, and come back in 2 days for Flipmas Day 2, where we tackle another piece from start to finish.